Hey, what's up? First thing I want to say is that if you're watching this video and you're not over here at funnelhackerpro.com, you're missing out on a lot of the fun. We talk about these issues about Facebook, about funnels. I do free funnel training. I do live webinars with free training packed full of information. So come to fhp.io. I'll see you there. The next thing I'm going to talk about is if you haven't seen my agency secrets webinar and you're interested in starting your own digital marketing agency, make sure that you click the link below and you can join that webinar. It happens every Tuesday, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, unless you see something different on the website. I hope to see you at the webinar. Take care. All right, so today, guys, what we're talking about is the changes on Facebook. So I was on my mobile phone and I noticed that here it is. They came up with some important updates and settings to review. So they said, we're going to ask you to review how you specifically protected personal data, how we use the specifically protected personal data you choose to add on your profile, and how we use personal data from partners to show you relevant ads, and an option for turning on face recognition, and our updated terms and data policy and cookie policy. So the first thing is, it says you control whether we see data from our partners or not. So here it was right here, it was allowed. And it says you control whether we use data from partners to show you ads, and data from advertisers, app developers, and publishers about your activity off Facebook. Company products help us show you relevant and useful ads. It includes your use of partners, websites, apps, and certain offline interactions with them, such as purchases. This setting applies to ads we show you across Facebook company products, including Facebook and Instagram, as well as on websites, apps, and devices that use our advertising services. So I clicked the not allowed button, and it said you'll still see the same number of ads. Like, in other words, like this, clicking this is not going to stop ads in your feed, but they'll be based on things that you do on Facebook company products, and they may be from specific business that you've shared your contact information with, or and we've matched your profile to their customer list, right? This is really important. This is what I want you to understand right here. This is why I'm doing this live video. I want you to read this. If we've matched your profile to their customer list, that's really important. I want you to just like hold that. What do you call it? What do you call it when you fold a page in there? Earmark that. I want you to earmark this really quickly while I finish this off. So turning off this setting doesn't delete any data. You can go to the settings later and then turn it back on if you want to. The next thing they showed was the face control, whether or not you can have that. So they automatically have it off now. It's not automatically on. And they say if you want to turn it on, you can turn on your settings. And so you accept that. And the next thing was just their new updated terms of service and how that works. So now I want to get back to how can you fight the GDPR and this whole Facebook thing about hold on one second. So this is going to be everywhere, right? So my wife asked me in the background, is this going to be everywhere, or is this going to be in the European Union? No, this is going to be everywhere, right? So basically, here's the thing, right? So how can you fight this? You can fight this by always owning your data. I've always said this time and time again, that you should own your data. You have pixel information for yourself, right? And how does that start? That starts with you having a kick-ass CRM, right? And I use Flexi, but I want to be crystal clear. You can do this with ActiveCampaign. You can do this with Infusionsoft or any other legit CRM. I use Flexi because, well, it's awesome. And obviously I am I'm a partner with Flexi, right? So what I want to show you is that Flexi has their own tracking scripts, okay? And inside of those tracking scripts, you can place like your own cookie right inside of them and do your own retargeting. So what I've started doing with Flexi is starting my own retargeting campaigns, right? And so I also use VooPlayer, right? And so I'll show you this really quickly. So instead of using YouTube, right? Instead of using YouTube and using their data, I'm starting to collect my own data. So when people come to my website, I want to know how much time they spend on my website. Did they actually listen to my podcast? Did they actually click on my click any information on my website? Did they watch my video, and how much of the video did they watch? Right? So I'm going to show you exactly how I did that as well. So with VooPlayer, instead of using YouTube, you own the data. Here's what I want you to understand. You need to own your own data. And yes, I'm excited about this because I've always said this from all along. If you want to prevent Google slaps, if you want to prevent Facebook slaps, Instagram slaps, Snapchat slaps, or any other social media slap in the future, always own your data, right? And so what I have is what I call a information funnel. And this is what you should be doing, right? You should be using an info funnel. Now, people don't, and first of all, I don't want you to use this for spam and for evil. I'm talking about legitimate marketers who just want to sell their products or give them information like I'm giving you right now. I'm going to email this out to my list because it's really important. If you're watching this because you got it from an email or a text message or something like that, this is what I'm talking about an info funnel, right? And so I want to break this funnel down for you. First, I'm going to have a sip of this awesome coffee that my wife gave me. Oh, man. Could you hold that for me? I'm going to give you a kiss in a minute for that coffee. So, I really like coffee, man. And can I tell you guys a secret? I never liked coffee. My wife has turned me into a coffee head. She's the hot beverage queen, and I am her king, and I love her coffee. So I want to talk about, I'm serious. So I want to talk about my info funnel, right? And this is what I do. And it is built on trust. Okay. I want to talk about that right now. I want to talk about that. This is what I call a trust informational funnel. Okay. And it's built on trust. So in the beginning, you're going to ask them for an email address, right? Or you're going to ask them for their phone number for updates, right? So you can do an SMS. And inside of Infusionsoft, ActiveCampaign, and Flexi, you can do SMSs or emails or whatever, right? And the next thing that you're going to ask them for is their home address, okay? But you're not going to want to ask all of this at one time. People are like, whoa, Nelly, I don't know you. Right? So the first thing that you want to do is possibly ask for their email address. So email comes number one. And with that comes trust. So you're not spamming them. You're being, and every time you send them awesome value. Right? And that's what I do. I send out tons of value. I don't just send out offers in my email. I send out updates about an offer that I have that is an awesome kick-ass offer. I also send out freebies, contests, giveaways, and I also send out YouTube videos like this that are very important if you're a marketer or if you're a salesperson. This information is very important, and I'm going to shoot this out to my list. So I send out very important information and valuable information. I'll shoot out a newsletter every so often. I actually need to get better with that. I'll shoot out, my wife and I actually built a newsletter and never use it, but I'll send out a newsletter with pertinent marketing information and articles that have absolutely nothing to do with my own products. So the reason why I'm telling you that is because once you've built that trust, then I want you to do a giveaway, okay? And give something of awesome value to your audience. And when they need to get that audience now, maybe 3 weeks or a month later, whatever it is, you're going to ask them for their number. Okay. And in your CRM, I use Flexi. I'll talk about that again. In your CRM, these two will marry each other. So now you'll have their email and you'll have their phone number. Okay. And then again, if you're using your lead scoring, right, and you can look what lead scoring up, and once they reach a certain amount of scoring or they purchased a product from you, you want to send them something cool like a free t-shirt to their house, right? And you tell them, hey man, for being such an awesome customer, I really would love to give you a free t-shirt and some swag or a free MP3 player that I have full of private videos or whatever you want to give away. If you, let's say, for instance, I was talking to a guy earlier that has a free rejuvenation cream. He has a free rejuvenation makeup cream, but maybe he wants to give out some free samples or something and send those free samples to the house. So send free samples to the house. And this goes over a period of time. And now you have the home address and you marry all of this information together. And so what? Well, fuck, to learn how to draw a straight line, Sonny. Let's try this again without being a dork. Let's see if we can do it. Let's see. We'll even use a different color. My wife says I suck about using colors lately. All right, so let's talk about, still a straight line though, right? All right, so let's talk about now you have the email address, phone number, and you have their home address. Now you own the data, and whatever Facebook says, you don't care, right? Facebook and social media platforms are not meant for you to build your business on top of. I want to say that again. You are not supposed to build your business on top of someone else's platform because you are totally dependent upon their terms of service. And so now look, Facebook is doing an entire makeover, right? And I opted out, and I'm a marketer, and I opted out from being pixeled any longer. So once I've been pixeled, it doesn't matter unless you saw that. Here's the earmark. Unless you are on their customer list. So if you're on my customer list, I can still target you on Facebook. So they didn't take that away because you gave me your information willingly. Now, here's the thing though. Not everybody gives you their Facebook email. Oh boy. And what did they do? What did they do? What did Facebook do, right? Facebook went and said lead ads, which usually give you the Facebook email, are a no-no now. So they're turning off lead ads now because lead ads automatically fill in with the person's real name, whatever's listed there, and their email address that they have with Facebook, right? So if you're not getting their real email address that they're doing things with, you're going to suck. So you have to make sure that you're giving them something of value, right? And telling them, hey, listen, dude, I'm going to be sending you freebies or I'm going to be sending you something of value. So make sure you give me your real email address so you won't miss this awesome update or this $100 giveaway or whatever you're going to be doing, right? You need to make sure you do that. It's hard enough to market in the first place without this type of shit going on. So I'm telling you now, when you build your house, right, here's everything that we have right here. And I'm going to draw this fucking house and my wife's going to like it, period. All right. Boom. So, right. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a person right here and I'm going to put them in the front. And that's me. I'm happy with my house. So build your business in your house on top of your own platform, right? Huh? You want a dog? I'm going to give you a dog right here. And I'm going to put a leash on him. There's some long ears and a snout. And I'm going to put a leash on him right there. Boom. He's a big dog. He's a big dog. He's bigger than me, but he's a dog. All right, so... So my wife's always giving me a hard time about my drawings. So I'm a lot better though. It used to be worse than this. So anyways, so what I want to talk about is how you can build your own marketing platform on top of your own data. So let's go back to Flexi and talk about that again. I'm gonna tell you that I'm not trying to sell you Flexi. It's just what I use. Number one, VooPlayer. You don't have to use VooPlayer. You can use Wistia or some other type of player, right? that you can do that has events, right? And I actually learned this from the owner of Flexi, right? So now when I'm putting out my own content, instead of always sending people to Facebook, maybe I send people from Facebook to my own content and pixel them with my own data. And now Flexi, or your marketing software, becomes your own custom audience, which is I've done in my smart list. I've made, I don't know if I did it here, if it's stuck. Yeah, here, see, videos watched at 70%. So now I have my own smart list. And I have this divided into content. So people that wanted to know about Facebook ads and they watch 70% of this video that you're watching right now, you'll be pixeled and I'll know that's what you're interested in, so I can send you relevant data, right? Which is what Facebook says they're trying to do. We're going to send you useful ads. And it's true. I would much rather send you something that you're interested in, like updates with the Facebook algorithms and things like that, than sending you something about Flexi. And you're not interested in that, right? So that's where pixel data is not really intruding on your privacy. It's just letting you know, hey, we're trying to send you things that are relevant so you and I can have a good business relationship. So also on my blog, if you come look at my blog and you scroll a certain amount, or you click on certain links, or in my emails, if you click certain links, all of this can be inside and you own your own data. So number one you should be doing is going to Infusionsoft, going to Flexi. Of course I'm going to say that. Going to ActiveCampaign. Flexi is the more flexible software, right? I'm going to say that. The more flexible platform. It is not limited. It does way more than either of the platforms that I'm telling you about. And it also is the most affordable platform, okay? So I'm just going to put that little plug in there because, well, I'm a partner. So that right there is what you should be doing. It is what I have been doing and is what I will continue to do. So you really need to understand how to get your own data, and a CRM platform is exactly how you can make your own ad network and getting your own data to work for you, right? And so that's what I wanted to talk about. This is just a quick video, and there is no workarounds. I don't want you to continue to try to figure out, well, if we do this on Facebook, we should do that. That's the wrong thinking. What you should be doing is providing a shitload of really good content to people. You should really be giving up information as much as you possibly can. Gain that trust. People will trust you with their information, and then you can just sell like you want to sell by giving people relevant content, becoming their protector, becoming their fiduciary, and them understanding that you have their best intentions at heart. They won't mind if you shoot them an email that's relevant to them. If they've clicked on your link and you've already shown them ads like videos like this, and you say, hey, these are some more updates for Facebook, they'll be appreciative. Say, hey, Sonny, thanks for sending me this. But then if you turn around and send them saying, hey, this is Google PPC video, like, dude, I don't want to see this. And they'll unsubscribe from you, right? So this is a way to create a better relationship and get off of Facebook, dude, because they're going to continue to make changes. Google is going to continue to slap you around. Facebook, Instagram, these changes are across Instagram as well, right? They mentioned that in this. So do yourself a favor now, get yourself a CRM and start having your own data. Make sure your people are comfortable with you and they want to give you their information, and then send them relevant content, and everybody will be happy. Coffee break.